Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you happen to be new, my name's Dana. We cover all things beauty here on my channel. I'm really wanting to slowly start to incorporate a lifestyle as well. So if that's something that piques your interest, I would love for you guys to join the family and hit the subscribe button. But today's video is going to be all about Ulta Beauty. In the past, I've done several kind of like one brand tutorials, and I've had tons of requests anytime that I post one of those videos to do one on the Ulta Beauty Collection. I personally love shopping at Ulta Beauty. I think they have hands down one of the best reward systems around when it comes to shopping for makeup products. They always have some sort of coupon and deal going on. In fact, if you really keep your eyes peeled on the Ulta Beauty Collection in-house brand, sometimes they'll have like buy one, get one 40% off, buy two, get two free. That seems to be a special that they run quite often. Recently, a lot of their products in their in-house line got their own little makeover where they've revamped the formula or updated the packaging. Everything is made of high quality ingredients. They never test on animals. So Ulta Beauty Collection is definitely a product to check out. In fact, they were kind enough to send me a beauty box as well as an extra to give away to one of y'all. So after you watch this video, definitely head on over to my Instagram if you'd like to win your own little beauty box from Ulta Beauty. Just to give you a quick sneak peek before we get into the look, I wanted to show some of the products that you'll be seeing in there. These have definitely been slept on. I feel like this is kind of like a random product to share in here, but I am such like a snob when it comes to makeup wipes. So many leave like a greasy residue or burn your eyes. If you like wipe off your lipstick, it leaves like a gross bitter taste on your lips. These are amazing. I know whenever I was checking out their site, I saw several different kind of like variations of the wipes. The ones that I have right now are the Makeup Remover Facial Towelettes with vitamin E and Pro Vitamin B5. So you'll be getting that as well as the Ulta Beauty Matte Face Primer. This is oil-free and paraben-free. A ton of their Shiny Sheer Lip Glosses, 12 of the eyeshadow singles, as well as your own custom eyeshadow palette. This is magnetic. That way you can go in with the shadows and kind of create your own palette. I love this for traveling though because you have a mirror and then inside you have 8 of these wells to insert whatever eyeshadow you would like. But I love this because it also comes with this little brush. So one side is a brush and then on this other side you kind of have this like spatula tip where you can pop these shadows right on out. That way you don't have to like run the risk of digging your nail into shadow. That's seriously the worst feeling ever. I hate that. But they plan this out great too because in the actual little single shadows here, you have that exact same kind of like dip into the palette. And what's nice is not only is a name on the bottom of the compact, but it's on the bottom of the pan as well. That way, like, if you did throw this away and you had it in the palettes and let's say you finish up the shadow and you're like, crap, what was the name of that? It's all like built right in. So definitely appreciate them going that extra mile to include that. And then you'll also be getting this guy here. This is the Brightening Vitamin C Body Scrub. It's made with alpha hydroxy acid as well as licorice root. The licorice root and vitamin C both really help to brighten up the skin. In fact, this is what I use to exfoliate my knees and my elbows and my ankles before tanning. Clearly, I didn't do the best job on my wrists, but if you're looking for a great body scrub, not only does this one smell amazing, it just smells like really fresh, lemony zest smell. I love it. The grit in it is perfect. It's not too thick, it's not too fine. So some body scrubs can be too abrasive, and other times they're like too fine to where it's like, okay, is this even getting any dead skin off? This does a great job of just like polishing your skin and making it feel fresh to death, which I can appreciate. So yeah, if you guys are interested in winning some of those prizes, definitely go check out my Instagram. I will have all these products listed down below too. All the price points are great. They're kind of priced to play. That's Ulta's little slogan. If you guys are curious about these, definitely go check out your local Ulta Beauty. They always have testers out, which makes the entire shopping experience even more fun. So with all of that aside, let's go ahead and get into the look. The very first thing I'm going to do is prime my face. This is Ulta Beauty's Matte Face Primer, oil-free, paraben-free, and pore refining. They do have a hydrating option, a brightening one as well. I'm really curious about trying the brightening formula, so if y'all have tried that one out, let me know down below in the comments. Now, whenever I use like a matte or pore refining primer, I really only like to concentrate it right here on the sides of my nose because that's typically where I get the larger pores. So I will go in right there and then on my nose. I feel like a lot of us usually have pores that we're wanting to conceal on the nose. And then right here on the center of my forehead, sometimes I get a little bit of shine. So just to keep that shine away, I'm going to apply that. And then a tiny bit on my chin. This has a really, really nice silky type of feel. It does have that little bit of slip in there. So I'm just going to press that in. So let's go ahead and move on to eyes now. I know I already showed you this little magnetic palette, which I think is so cute. So here are the 8 shades that I currently have in my magnetic palette. For the brow bone shade, I believe I'm gonna go in with this color right here. This one is called Coconut. And just place this right onto the brow bone. As you can see, they have really nice pigmentation. As always, I kind of like to take the shade that I'm going to be using on my brow bone and just bring it all the way down just to kind of like even out any like weird pigmentation or discoloration that I have on my lid to create a nice, smooth, even canvas. Now moving on to my crease, I'm going to go in with this shade here called 𝗟𝗧𝗏, and I'm just going to take any kind of like buffing brush and just start working this color right into my imaginary crease. It's just a really nice kind of soft, neutral brown. And then just to deepen it up a little bit, let's go ahead and go in with this guy here. That's almost like my exact nail polish color. It's called Plum Pop. I'm just going to press some of that right into the outer corner. Maybe we'll do inner and outer corner and then go in with that Valentine shade that I was really liking into the center. Just to slightly deepen it up, I'm going to go in with a little bit of Coffee Bean, just right on top of Plum Pop. Okay, now moving on to the center of my lid, I think we're going to mix a little bit of Beauty Junkie and then Valentine, which is this guy here. At first I thought maybe of just going in with Valentine, but I think we're going to actually layer them. Beauty Junkie is this really pretty kind of like lavender pink toned shade, but just to add a little bit more of like a pearl finish to it, I'm gonna go with Valentine on top. So just taking my finger, I'm going to press Beauty Junkie right into this center kind of like naked portion of my lid. I'm going to press some of Valentine. Oh, yeah, that's pretty. Right on top. So once I do this, I always like to go back in with the colors that I had on the side. So Plum Pop, just to kind of smooth out these edges a bit. My hair back like this, I feel like I look like a pancake, and this lens, it just seems like it widens everything out. I swear while I'm editing, my face looks like 8 times wider than what it normally does. Okay, now for my concealer. This was actually featured in a favorites video maybe like sometime last year. It's actually my second time buying it because the first one I had gone through quite a bit of and I just felt like it was time to replace. It's their liquid concealer in waterproof. I have mine in the shade Light Cool. This one may actually be a little bit light for me right now, but this is my usual shade. So it does kind of have like a tapered doe foot applicator. I believe this concealer is $9. This one with the next product I'm about to show you, they work magic together for my under eyes. So this one is a little bit thicker, so I just like to make sure my sponge is nice and damp. And then I just press this right into my under eyes. And anytime that I do concealer, I like to bring the concealer outward and then I go back inward, almost like against the grain of the wrinkles, just to make sure they're all nice and filled in. The joys of getting old. Okay, and then the same thing. So out and then back in against those wrinkles. And then especially right here on the inner corners, just because I always have so much darkness right there. So next up, I'm going in with this pressed setting powder in the shade Banana. They do have several other corrective shades as well as like normal shades. I saw several of their matte bronzers, but unfortunately my shade was out of stock. That must mean that it's good. Or everyone is just very similar to my skin tone that shops at that store. They also have a baked bronzer that looked really, really pretty too. So I may place an order for that one online. So just kind of like around my nose and then on my under eyes. This powder just gives your skin this really silky, smooth, even finish. I really, really like it, but especially for my under eyes. Now that I have my foundation applied, I'm going to go back into my palette and use those same exact shades. Plum Pop, maybe a little bit of Coffee Bean. Actually, I think I'm going to concentrate more just on the Plum Pop and just smudge this right onto my lower lash line. Now, if you are someone who is like beginning with eyeshadow, I really think you'll enjoy these formulas just because they're very easy to use. It's a product that is pigmented, but you get that pigmentation from building it up. It's not like super, super saturated in color right away to where if you're new with eyeshadow, sometimes that can be intimidating. Like you go in with a tiny bit of one color and it's like, why do I look like I have a bruised eye now? Because as you can see, that was 2 layers of that Plum Pop and it's not overly purple. Plus they have a really nice assortment of colors. I think it's 36 total within the line. So there are some like fun teals and purples, but then there's also lots of very everyday kind of neutral shades. Whether you're looking for more like cool toned neutrals or warm toned. Plus if you're shopping in store, you have that option of swatching everything because you do have the testers. And then I picked up this palette today. It's the Peach Pop 6-piece blush palette. There was another one as well. Was it pink or mauves? I know inside it was more like pinky mauvey tones, but this one just really spoke to me. The shades in here are really pretty. First, let's go in with a matte. I think I'm going to go in with this shade here called Terracotta. I always love these kind of like orangey toned blushes. So I'm going to go in with a little bit of that guy. Not seeing any issues with fallout or anything. And just brush some of that on right here. Let's go in with a little bit of spice as well. Add a little bit more pink. Okay, and then taking a little highlighter brush, I'm going to take a little bit of bubblegum on its own. It's definitely more pinky toned, but I think that'll work. Ooh. I like that, and I typically don't go for like pink highlighters, but this one looks really cute. Oh, I'm really happy with that palette. Terracotta and Spice, both of those were really, really pretty matte shades. Huh. Okay, now moving on to lips. Darn it, I think I forgot to bring a lipstick, so I'm just going to do a gloss today, honestly, because I'm about to eat lunch, so I don't want to have to like remove lipstick and gloss. This is one of these Shiny Sheer lip glosses. This has been my favorite shade out of the ones they sent me. I think it's, yeah, Sweet Tea. Totally appropriate. Living in the South. I love me some Sweet Tea. I like these because they're super, super shiny, obviously, hence the name. And they kind of have this like cushiony type of feeling. They're not overly sticky, but they're super, super glossy. They do have a brush tip applicator. I feel like most of my glosses normally have a sponge tip. This one is a brush tip. I believe these are $9 a piece. Okay, so I'm just going to pop some of this right on top. It's such a comfortable formula, and it's not like sticky at all. They are more on the sheer side, but that's what makes them like perfect lip toppers, whether you're wearing like a nude or a red. These just look so pretty over top. I want you to try these on just because it's this really weird, like it almost makes your lips feel pillowy. It just has this really like cushion gel type of texture. It's interesting. And I like it. They did send over several other shades. I haven't tried these three yet. We have Cupid, which kind of looks like there's a little bit of like a purpliness in there, right? Lotus, which is a really fun pink, and then Bear. I don't know why I haven't opened this one yet because this one looks like my type of shade. It's kind of like a lighter version of Sweet Tea. But Sweet Tea is definitely my jam. So yeah, if you guys would like a shot at winning any of these products, definitely go check out the giveaway that I have running on my Instagram. And if you have some personal favorites from the Ulta Beauty Collection, let me know down below. I would love to hear all about them. If you guys would like to shop any of these products, I will have all the product links listed down below. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye!